Are you somebody who struggles with your shoulders constantly rounded forward? Well, if so, friend, then this video is for you. Hi there, my name is Morgan Risden and I'm the creator of Center Studio, where I teach people skills to feel more comfortable more often and hopefully help you with your posture along the way. Now, if this is your first time to my channel, friend, welcome. I'm very glad to have you here, and I hope if you enjoyed today's video, you'll do me a favor, quickly hit that subscribe button. There's also a notification bell that just lets you know every time I upload a new video. And of course, you can feel free to check out my other videos as well. Many people talk to me about their posture concerns. They talk to me about the fact that their head is really far forward in front of their body, and it feels like it's causing their shoulders to round, their back to curve, and they just don't like the way it looks and feels. Now, if this is something that you are concerned with, you're definitely in the right spot, and I'm going to suggest that today you consider the following exploration. Now, a lot of times I will talk in these videos about things that I know as an Alexander teacher, and then I often will encourage you as viewers at home to try things out, to explore, experiment, and see how things go for you. Now, why do I do that? I do that because I'm not in your home. Now, you might be watching me on a phone, laptop, device, whatever, and it feels like I'm with you because I really would like to be with you, but I can't see you. So I don't know what's happening on your end. And so I'm gonna suggest that whenever you watch my YouTube videos, in fact, when you watch anybody's YouTube videos, you could do this. Try what people suggest, but take it with a grain of salt. See how it works, explore, trial and error it, and then if you have a question, leave it in the comment section of the video that you watched to see if the author who made the video would have any advice to share with you. Now, today's exercise is an exploration I'll often give my students, and it's this idea of becoming more aware of where your head is in the activities that you're doing, things with your hands. Now, posture, I think people think of as I want to be tall and upright, my shoulders back, chest up, I don't know, all the sayings that people's moms told them when they were growing up. However, when Alexander technique teachers talk about posture, it's usually just a side effect of mindfully using their body, right? When you are conscious and aware of how you're walking, sitting, standing, gesturing, chances are you're using yourself a little bit better and your posture improves. Now, because all of the activities that we do in our daily life tend to be in front of us. Now, not all things, but most things tend to be in front of us. That could be commuting, right? You're holding onto a steering wheel. That could be you're pushing the subway cart through the turnstile. These are things that happen in front of you, right? You're on your keyboard, you're on your phone, you're brushing your daughter's hair. Whatever it is that you're doing, things are in front of you oftentimes. And because of that, that lends itself to your shoulders coming forward, even your head coming forward. So the exploration I'm going to encourage you to embark on is noticing when you could create more space between your hands and your head, okay? Now what that looks like is, let's say that I do a lot of cooking and baking, so I always go to things in the kitchen. So let's say you're like me and you like to bake a lot. Now you're frosting some cupcakes and you're really concentrating because you want to make them look super good, and so you're scrunching forward. Now if you can smell the frosting, chances are your head is far too close to your hands, okay? So I might be frosting a cupcake and say to myself, just watch that video that Morgan made. I'm kind of close to this frosting. I can smell it. And then just let yourself create a little bit more space between your head and your hands. It's just a thought of where is my head and where are my hands? If, for example, you're reading on your Kindle and you've got your device in front of you and you're thinking to yourself, wait a minute, I can't see that well. Okay, but what did Morgan say? Let me create some space. You know what? Let me go turn on the light because it's gotten dark since I started reading and I could use the light. Then you turn on the light, you go back and you create a little bit more space between your head and your hands. Same thing for if you're sewing or you're doing some sort of fine motor skill that requires you to be close to your item. Could you explore keeping yourself a little bit further away so that you're not as close? So I'm doing something with my sewing machine or I'm doing something with my hands, maybe I'm drawing, sketching, what have you. Could I create more space between my face and my hands? Now, this is not me saying pull your head back, pull your shoulders back, throw your head up towards the sky. I'm not saying anything like that because I don't want you to do that. In Alexander technique, oftentimes we want you to undo. We want you to stop doing something that's causing you harm, that's pulling your head in. So if you find that your head is very far forward, I'm not going to suggest to you to pull it back and shove it up because that's another form of doing more, right? I just want you to notice what is pulling me in and down. And can I soften these neck muscles? Can I soften my head and just remember where my head is relative to what I'm doing in front of my hands? Now again, this is an exploration. This is something for you to try, to do on your own, see how it works. You might realize, heck, I can't see very well. That's why I keep bringing my hands so close to my face, and it's time to make an appointment with the eye doctor. These are things I want you to start to consider in your day-to-day life. When am I bringing my head so far forward because I'm concentrating? I really want to make sure that I get this right. I'm really concentrating on this email I'm about to send, or I'm taking something seriously as I'm doing it. I'm trying to French braid my daughter's hair, which, by the way, I'm just really not good at French braiding my daughter's hair, okay? And can I soften my shoulders, make sure that my head is not coming too close to my hands, and create space between me and the thing that I'm doing? I'm going to suggest that if you explore this, you'll find moments more often than you realize throughout your day where your head and your hands are kind of like magnets and they're coming together. No wonder your posture is poor and your head is forward. You get so invested probably in what it is that you're doing, concentrating more on the thing than your head. Because really, when you're typing an email, are you thinking about your head, your neck, and your spine? Chances are, unless you're an Alexander student, not really. So this is an exploration. I would love if you would try this out at home on your own. Of course, as always, I encourage you to share your comments below. It's helpful when other people see what people are trying at home, seeing what people are learning. It's really inspirational, and I just like reading your comments, so be sure to leave that below for me. All right, if you haven't already, friend, of course, subscribe. That always means a lot to me. Until next time, take care. Ciao.